First things first. So if you're one of those people that use ampy clocks as your emergency contraceptive or as a contraceptive in general, I just want to tell you, I just want to advise you to cut off whoever gave you that kind of information or that kind of advice so that at least during your child education, that will definitely happen in the next 9 months. You have one less person to feed. I mean, you don't want to feed someone who gave you that kind of bad advice, right? But you're also going to have that baby. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't work. Ampiclox is not a contraceptive. It doesn't even fall in the class of contraceptives. It won't work. It's not effective. You have the baby. Stop it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's good to have you here again. I'm glad that you're taking me seriously and actually watching my videos. Thank you so much. In this video, I'm going to be talking about emergency contraceptives. I'm going to be addressing some misinformation and telling you the truth and all the tips concerning emergency contraceptives. So keep watching if you'd like to learn more. So I'll be defining what an emergency is, and I'll be using the definition from the Cambridge Dictionary, and I have it written out here, so I'll just read it. So it says that an emergency means something dangerous or serious that happens suddenly or unexpectedly and needs a fast action in order to avoid harmful effects. So keywords for the context of this discussion are serious, happens suddenly or unexpectedly. So basically, an emergency is not something that is planned for. So emergency contraceptives are in no way supposed to replace regular contraceptive methods. They should be used after unprotected sex, if there's a rape issue, or if your regular contraceptive method has failed, either the condom broke or split, or maybe you forgot to take your regular contraceptive, maybe you missed a dose of that. So these are situations where emergency contraceptives can come in. But if you're going to be having frequent unprotected sex, which is not even advisable, then you should consider getting regular contraceptive methods. One reason why this is important is because emergency contraceptives do not protect you from sexually transmitted infections. The other reasons, I will mention them as we go ahead with this video. The two types of emergency contraceptive pills that we have are the Plan B pill, the one that is popularly known as Postinor 2, and the other one we have is the Ella pill. Emergency contraceptives act by either preventing or delaying ovulation. They have no effect on an already formed fetus because, ovulation has already occurred. So in no way will they act on an already formed fetus. They are not abortion pills. They cannot harm an unborn baby. So that information that goes around where people say that emergency contraceptive pills are abortion pills, it is false, because from the mechanism of action, they only act on ovulation, by preventing it or by delaying it. So they are not abortion pills. They don't act on, they will not affect a fetus in any way. They will not harm a fetus in any way. Now, how effective are emergency contraceptive pills? They're approximately 85% effective, and this would also depend on the time at which they are taking. For the Plan B pill, if it's taken within 3 days after the sexual intercourse, then it is most effective. And for the Ella pill, if it's taken within 5 days of sexual intercourse, then it is most effective. Also, for it to be very effective too, it has to be taken before ovulation so that it will either prevent it or delay it. If it is taken after ovulation has occurred, I'm afraid that the chances that it will work or that it will do the work of preventing the pregnancy is very slim. It won't work at all since they only act on ovulation. Okay, so one issue with emergency contraceptives is concern about their safety and their effects when they are used long term. And there's been a lot of misinformation in the media that has contributed to the fear surrounding emergency contraceptives. I went to the WHO website and I saw that, and I read on something that they said. They said that in Kenya, there was a BBC documentary that said that emergency contraceptives wait, let me check that, sure. That emergency contraceptives may cause infertility, and in some instances, it could increase the risk of cancer. Another media outlet elsewhere published that emergency contraceptives could increase the risk of blood clots and hormone-related cancers. These things they are incorrect. They're factually incorrect. In fact, research has shown that even with repeated use, emergency contraceptives are safe. You can even use them repeatedly in the same menstrual cycle. However, if there's no need to take them within the same 24-hour period. So let's say you have sexual intercourse the previous night, you take a pill this morning, you have unprotected sex again in the afternoon. There's no need for you to take another pill that same day because it's still within the same 24-hour period. The American College of Obstetrics and Obstetricians and Gynecologists have published that the emergency contraceptive pills can be taken more than once in a cycle. The WHO, they have a medical eligibility criteria, and they've said that there is no restriction on the repeated use of emergency contraceptive pills. It doesn't even make sense to say that emergency contraceptive pills can affect your long-term fertility, because it's not like the drug is going to stay in your body forever. It's going to leave your body after a certain period of time. So saying that it affects your fertility is not true. In fact, if you take an emergency contraceptive now and in a few days you have unprotected sex again, the possibility that you will get pregnant is very high because you've not done anything to prevent it. So it doesn't affect your fertility in any way. But if you find yourself anyway taking emergency contraceptives over and over again, I've said it before that you should consider getting regular contraceptives, and this is because emergency contraceptives are not as effective as the other contraceptive methods. They are not 100% effective. Another thing is you could be exposing yourself to higher concentrations of the hormones that you normally would if you're taking regular contraceptives. You'll be exposing yourself to higher levels of the hormones. And remember that emergency contraceptives will either prevent ovulation or delay it. So it affects your menstrual cycle. It could delay your period for a few days, for maybe about a week. If you find that your period has been delayed for more than a week, then you should consider doing a pregnancy test. Chances are that you are pregnant. Anyway, so like I said, they could mess up your cycle. They could move your cycle by a few days, and this is not very ideal if you're trying to prevent pregnancy, because you need to know your menstrual cycle. You need to know your safe period. So if it keeps moving it and then you get confused, you might not know. One day you take it, it's not effective, or you take it at a time when the chances for the pill to be effective are low. So emergency contraceptive pills might also cause bleeding or spotting that is not your period. So most people could see bleeding, most people could see spotting, but this is actually very common. Another thing to note with the repeated use of emergency contraceptive is that while you can use the Plan B pill multiple times in your cycle, as the Ella pill, it is advised that it should be taken only once in your cycle. And again, if you're going to take it, don't take it and then take the Plan B pill later, or you take the Plan B pill and then you take the Ella pill. No, you don't do this, because the hormones in the Plan B pill are capable of making the Ella pill ineffective for you. So just so that you're not caught unawares, it's advised that you take only the Ella pill once in a cycle.